I feel really good about today. I do. I feel really good about today. There's a little skeleton. How cute is that? So are you ready for this? Because sometimes I can't help myself. I'm so excited about my next 2 pickups, like very excited. That was a good deal. So are you ready? Welcome to the shop. I'm Kate with the Little Shop on Maryknoll, and this is a haul. Today is April 9th. I believe it's the 9th. And I am out here at an estate sale. I just went shopping. I do have one child with me who will remain unnamed. Okay. Anyways, I am here and I spent $54. So let's see what I purchased. Okay, first we are going to start with these Happy Ghost lights. I did plug them in. They do work. They obviously don't have a box. But these vintage lights oh, there's a skull too. There's a little skeleton. How cute is that? Do I have 2 different lights in here? I do. That was a good deal. I got multiple strands of lights for $5. I'm very happy. Very happy with that deal. Oh my word, some of the ghosts are ghosts, and then it's the little skeleton inside the little ghost. See, we're very friendly. He even has buck teeth. This is my type of decorations. All right, that makes me very happy. So, vintage Halloween lights. I might see higher 20s for these. We'll see. But I paid $5 for 2 strands. That makes me very happy. Sorry for the bag noise. I purchased this bookrest or stand. Really, it's just a stand, right? It's got little carved out notches right here. A wider back. I probably purchased this just for me to use in my own shop when I'm taking pictures of books. I love having different stands. I really like the look of this one. I paid $2 for it. I'm happy with this pickup. All right, this one I took a little bit of a risk, but it was only a $5 risk, so not that much of a risk, really. I got myself a PJ jammer. What? Who had a PJ jammer growing up? Don't be shy. Let me know. Okay, I did plug this in and it totally works. The radio works. I was able to show my child that the radio works, and I moved the radio dial. And I was able to set the time. So the buttons do work. It is missing the earbuds that used to be over here. So that is missing. And obviously this thing looks like it might have been yeeted to the sun. Yeah, a little bit. It's got some discoloration, but the nostalgia is there, guys. $5 and it works. PJ jammers. All right. So there's that. Picked this up for $5. It is an animatronic Halloween figure made in Taiwan for 1988. I have no idea if it works, guys. I don't know. But it's in its box and it looks like it's in really good condition. So it's supposed to make an eerie sound with blinking lights. The body turns from side to side, coordinated head and arm movements. So stay tuned and I'll let you know that if this works. Kind of cool though, right? I do enjoy the vintage Halloween. I don't decorate for Halloween. I decorate for fall, but I do enjoy the vintage Halloween. Okay. Let's see what else I have here. We'll put this in here. It's important to stay organized. Organization is efficiency. Picked this frame up, this brass frame up for $2. Some crazing on this, but I think it adds to the charm. I got this porcelain butterfly frame for $5. Do I have another frame? Right here. Picked up this floral porcelain frame for $3. I love the purples. It's just so super sweet. From 1987. Terra Graphics Inc. Okay. All right. I picked up a book because sometimes I can't help myself. This is Dying of Fright. It had some really good, I kind of like the font here, and I love this. I love that. Okay, this is from 1976. It has Edgar Allan Poe in here. Ambrose Bierce. I probably said that wrong. The Red Room by H.G. Wells. It's a collection of stories. Look at, and it has some graphics in it. See that? Oh, that one's scary. Some pretty cool images in here. Anyways, so I got this book. It is Washington Irving, Nathaniel Hawthorne. So it's a book of compilations of short stories that are frightening. Here's this one. Did anyone ever read the story of the woman with the ribbon around her neck, and then I think she gets married or something, and then they're like, she's like, don't ever pull the ribbon off my neck. And then he does, and her head falls off. Does anyone know that story? I grew up reading that story. Maybe it was in like a Goosebumps. Of course, I didn't really read Goosebumps growing up. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments.
Slowly and carefully, Alfred untied the ribbon, and Jenny's head fell off.
I'm not kidding. That was the story. She always wore a ribbon around her neck, and then she was like, don't ever touch the ribbon. And then somebody didn't listen. I think it was her husband. Okay. So then I bought these. I have a set of 7. They are cherub napkin rings. How cool are those? I purchased these for $8. I kind of like them. For like a Valentine's dinner or anything. Any dinner. Any dinner that you want to be like, this is special. If I were to make a special dinner, it'd be like, my version of special would be like macaroni and cheese. And I don't know, something else. And I just buffalo wings. And I would just fancy up the table with the cherubs. So... all right, so I bought those. I'm very happy with that purchase. Napkin rings tend to do really good for me. People buy them. All right, last purchase. Are you ready for this? $16 because they decided to label them separately, which I did not contest. But I kind of wish that I did contest that. And just be like, are you sure you want to charge a different price for the same thing? Okay, so let's get to it. Oh, they're very heavy. Ugh. Okay, so it is this easy to bake, easy to make, totally pastel. How girly is this pastel stuff right here? She's got the whole set. So let's pull this one out. Let's see what we got here. This is from the Mini Dishes Savory Onion Cheese Tart, or Bacon, Lettuce, and Tomato Strata. Sounds pretty good. So it's got the card and then the recipe on the back with visuals, which I'm a fan of visuals. So I paid $8 for the first half of it and $8 for the second half. So $16, but I did see the only comps I saw were sold comps. Those are my favorite types of comps, are sold comps. One sold for $40 and the other one sold for $60. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go somewhere in the middle and see what happens. So 16 into potentially 58. You're like, that's not the middle. I know. I know it's not the middle, but I'm going to try 58 maybe to try to get that $20. All right. That's it. I've got other things to do today. I'm not going to be doing any more estate sales today, but don't worry, have no fear. I will go out again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some garage sales because that's what I really would like to go to, some garage sales. So I guess I'll just have to see you tomorrow. Okay. It is Friday, April 10th, and you are in a very precarious situation right now. Hopefully it'll hold though. Okay, so I have gone to one estate sale. I saw something yesterday at the estate sale that we were at yesterday. I saw something up on the wall, but I could not, it was too high priced for me to make any type of good margin on. So I formulated a plan. I was going to ask them if they would be willing to take 200, which is lower than what I thought they might do 25% off today. So it was lower than what they would have been asking for, but I was just going to ask if they'd be willing. I usually don't do stuff like that, but you know, other people sometimes ask. So I just thought I would just ask. And then if it's no, then it's no. So I made sure I was there first in line. I was like 30 minutes early. And then the lady was just really lovely. Went in, took it off the wall, and went out there with it. And she said, after going back and forth a little bit, I didn't get 200 out of my mouth. She's like, it's 30% off. And we talked about what 30% off would look like. And I hemmed and hawed because it's a lot of money, right? 200, anything is a lot of money for an item. So anyways, she was like, it was going to be $250, 30% off. It was going to be $250. And she said that after I hem and hawed, she goes, how about $225? Can you do $225? And I said, yes, $225. That's only $25 off of what I was going to ask for originally. So are you ready for this? You ready for this? Let's do it. It's lightweight. All right, so this is it in full. I know it's in the shadow, so let me bring it closer. And you can see that it is a gorgeous relief, floral relief wall hanging. It is made of lightweight material, but it's meant to look substantial. And it is. This is a statement piece right here. Look at the corners. So it's meant to look like plaster that's been gilded. And I think they did a wonderful job. This is actually from the B&D company, which is Ballard Designs. It hangs with some hooks on the back. Do you see that? But this is what I picked up. Now, you might be wondering, why? Why did you get that? Well, I think it's beautiful. Hands down, it's beautiful. This is, to date, the most expensive item that I have purchased. I believe that's accurate. Let me think for a second. A single item, this to date is the most expensive thing that I have purchased. Easy. $225. That's very easy for me to say, actually. But I did look up comps on this. So far I've seen two. One has sold, one is still on the market. One did sell for $499. And the other one is currently listed on the market on eBay, not on Etsy, for $549. So the margin is there if I want to try to make it. And I'm going to try to make it because I didn't buy this to keep this. So I'll put it up on my shop wall, but I will be listing this for $4.99. And I don't think the shipping will be too bad. I don't think it'll be too bad at all because it is lightweight. It's not heavy. It's just not heavy. So that's my first pickup. We've got garage sales to go to and other estate sales. So let's see what else I can find. Okay, so it is late in the afternoon, late afternoon. And I have been to 2 more estate sales. I was trying to think, how many more estate sales have I done? It was 2 more estate sales. And the first one, I spent $10 and most of it was for me. But I'm going to show you anyways. I bought 10 spools of ribbon, all different colors. Let's see if you can see. Here we go. I spent way more on these than I wanted to. I was kind of pouty about it for a little while. And my mother was like, my mother goes shopping with me on Fridays. And she was saying, you paid more than you wanted to, but if you would have just bought them at the store, you would have paid a lot more. So she was trying to tell me in a nice way to stop complaining. I spent $5 on 10 spools of ribbon. And I bought the ribbon because I am doing this. I want to say it's James Horner. It's not James Horner. Grant Horner. I'm doing like Grant Horner's Bible reading method, which means you read 10 chapters a day. And right now I have little paper bookmarks in there. And they're too thick. They're too thick. And sometimes they fall out and that's very annoying. So I think the ribbon will lay really nicely. I can make a long strip of ribbon and it will lay really nicely in there. And then I can just easily switch the ribbon from one chapter to the next. So yay, I'm super excited. I'm going to make a little key. Do you like doing that? Is that like nerdy? I love making like little keys if I use different colors for things. So $5, I would have preferred to spend 25 cents per spool. That would have been like my happy place. I didn't get my happy place, but I'll be done complaining. Okay, then I purchased this for the laugh of it, okay? Look at this dog. He looks like he's in a tortured sewing project. And it says, and you really made this after only 2 lessons? Huh, swell. Okay, so when I read this, I read it in my grandmother's voice. I automatically, like I could just hear my grandmother in my head. She did not sew, but she used the word swell a lot. So I just read it with her voice and I laughed so hard. I laughed through 2 different rooms. I probably looked really psychotic. I couldn't help it though. So this lady legit had this custom framed. So I don't intend on selling this. I paid $5 for this. I plan on keeping it. All right. So that was one estate sale. I spent $10 and I basically spent $10 on myself. All right. Fast forward and I went to the next estate sale. This next estate sale was insane. So organized. This lady was so organized, but she had a lot of stuff. She had legit 1, 2, 3... at least 3 full closets. Picture this, okay? Picture a hallway, and off the hallway you have an office, probably, I think a bathroom was one of them, and then a full-size bedroom, okay? On the opposite side, there were 3 other doors. It might have been 4. You open them up, and it was a closet the length of that side of the house. So a long closet with shelves on either side. Just, she had rooms of closets. Never seen so much organization in my life. However, those shelves were full of items. So she bought a lot of stuff in her life. So let me show you what I bought. First, let's get the plush out of the way. I did buy this puppy dog for $3. It is a Tempur-Pedic plush dog, so stuffed with Tempur-Pedic foam. How cute is he? Stop it. So soft too. So $3. This actually sells in the 20s. So I picked him up. He's in great condition. Great condition. So $3. I spent $2 on this towel. I really liked it. I know, the shadows. Guys, I am so sorry. I am doing the best with what I have. So obviously a very vintage towel. It does have a tag. It's a Martex, made in the USA. It's in great condition. So I picked the towel up. It's got like morning glories or something, like peach morning glories. I really like that. All right. I picked up this Johnson Brother Christmas tree platter. I saw I picked it up for $5. I saw sold comps of this going for $35. There's the Johnson Brother logo. So, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to try. $5. Let's try. Okay. So there's those. Okay. I picked up this bag, this Harrods bag. Looks brand new. Like, I don't think she ever used it. It has Harrods on the zipper pull and everything. I saw comps for $30 and I purchased this for $6. I really like the embroidery. I really like that. I think it's cool. So I'll put this up for sale. I've never been to Harrods myself. All right. I'm so excited about my next two pickups. Like, very excited. One I spent $20 and the other one I spent $25 on. What one do you want to see first? Okay. Let's go with this one. I picked up a Revereware canister set. I have flour, sugar, coffee, and tea. Copper and brass canister set. I'm so excited. This is going to require some cleaning. She had, let me see if I can show you. There's nothing in this one. It says Revereware right on the bottom, made in Korea. I'm so excited. Copper tends to sell really well, and copper and brass together, it's a winning combination. And then on top of it, it's Revereware. Like, what? Of course. She had $25 on it, and I was happy to pay the $25 until I figured out that this is full of crap. How disgusting is that? It's super disgusting. That's the answer. It's super, super disgusting. So after I saw that, I said, will you take 20? She said, yes. I just think that's fair. Like, that's a lot of cleaning that I have to do. So I got that canister set for 20, and I think I can probably get up to 100, maybe a little bit more than 100 for that canister set. Okay, and then the last, but definitely not the least. You know I'm a Sirocco. I pick up the Sirocco. Look at this vintage beauty. Shut up. You've got the bow. You've got the ribbon. You've got the flowers. You got the candles. Like, what else do we need? This is a statement piece, and I am here for it. She had it hanging above her bed. It is Sirocco. I can't read. I can't read Roman numerals. So I'm going to say 70 something, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'm just not that great at the Roman numerals. But I got this beauty for $25, and it sells for anywhere between $200 and $300. So I'm really excited about this. This, my friends, this is a good pickup. She did antique it. Do you see these black lines? They're not cracks. It's a antiquing technique that she did, and she did it all over the piece, so it kind of looks older. She did that. And you know what? I'm kind of here for it. I kind of like it. But that is my haul. Now, I feel really good about today. I do. I feel really good about today. But tomorrow I'm really excited because I'm going to Florida to do neighborhood sales, garage sales, and I am ready for a garage sale. So are you ready? You going to come with me? Don't make me go by myself. Please don't make me go by myself. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday, April 11th, and it is just before 7. I'm leaving a little bit later than I wanted to, but that's okay. That's okay. As Providence would have it, Florida is having a huge flea run or something like that along Highway 90 today. So I was drawn for one neighborhood sale, and then I found out, oh my word, there's a huge string of garage sales going on this weekend. So apparently the second weekend in April, this flea yard sale thing happens in the second week of April and the second weekend of September. So I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to go get some cash and then head to Florida, and let's see what we can find. Okay, I made it to my first sale, and I purchased one item for $1. That's right, it's Fievel. It's Fievel from 1986. A huge plush. He's in great condition. I did look up comps, and he does go for, he sold on Etsy for $46, and he's on eBay for $20. So for $1, I will pick up Fievel. I do have to have a conversation with myself because I'm not sure how quickly Fievel is going to move. I just got done explaining I don't have a lot of space. So I'm going to have to talk to my child self and remind myself that I have limited space. You cannot just get something because it makes you smile. All right. Well, there are tons of cars. They're coming in. So I am going to go up to this. I'm actually going to skip this one. There's a lot of tools. Let's skip this one. And let's go to the road that I think is going to have the most. That will be, well, anyways, we'll see. But I do have a co-pilot. Fievel is my first acquisition. I think that's correct. Acquisition. Yep. Here's some garage sales. All right. Let's see what I can find. Oh my word. Look at me yapping. I'm just going on thinking you can hear me, and you totally cannot hear me. My transmitter was not plugged in all the way. Yet I made 2 videos, just like this one, of a completely useless video because you cannot hear a thing. So it's later, Katie, and I am about to do a voiceover, and I'm just going to show you photos of what I've purchased. So I went to a mixture of garage sales and estate sales, and I'll try to remember what it was that we're looking at. We're going to start with this Holland mold. I found a box at a garage sale for $10, and it had these 3 bowls in it. This is the Holland mold. It was made in 1968. It was finished on the inside. They're in really good condition. There's the artist signature right there. And she did it in 68. And you can see along the bottom where you can sort of see where it says Holland mold. There is one bowl with a chip in it, but other than that, they're in excellent condition. In the same box were these plates. They're like a salad size plate. There are actually more than 3, but the other one, the 4th one had a condition issue. It was actually chipped, and like it looked like they glued back a piece, and I just didn't want to fuss with it. So I got 3 of these plates, and they're also in really good condition. They are in vintage condition. There are some signs of wear, but overall they're in really good shape. And I love the green. It is so vibrant. And here on the back, you can see clearly that it says Holland mold. She did these plates in 1970. So same lady, different year. She must have taken her time doing the different molds, which I love. Okay, and then to my surprise, I had 4 of these large leaf plates in there. Again, kind of like the size of a salad plate, but I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. They definitely look textured. You can see there's like a texture. They look textured. They actually are textured. Those are grooves. The veining and stuff, they're actually grooves in the ceramic. So I don't know what to put these up for. There's her signature again on the back. So I have 4 of those. I don't know what I'm going to put them up for, but the whole box was $10. And so I'm very satisfied with that pickup. Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to see these Corelle mixing bowls. This was also at a garage sale. I was so excited when I saw these. The nesting bowls were there for $5, and they were in such good condition. This is the Corelle Abundance pattern. Yeah, it's a complete set, and they're in excellent condition. They're thick and they're heavy. They are beautiful bowls. I was really excited for that pickup. Next, I went to another garage sale and I picked up these Winnie the Pooh, oh bother, drinking tumblers. I just thought they were precious. They wanted $4 each, and I asked if I could take both for $4, and they said yes. So $2 each, and I believe these are already listed up in my shop. Another garage sale, I got this mug for 50 cents. I haven't tested it out yet, but I think if I put hot water in this mug, a different picture will show up. So I will definitely be doing that. But I at least took this initial picture of what the mug looks like, you know, before you put hot liquid in it. But we love Mario in this house. We're big Mario fans.
It's me, Mario.
All right, next was the same garage sale where I picked up that box of dishes. I also picked up this little print with the artist signature. It is so cute. I don't know much about this artist. I did pick up 2 though. I got this little blue boy too. I love these colors. The blue, he does look very sad though, so it does make me a little sad looking at it. But here is the little explanation. This is on the print of the little girl, not the boy. So, but I got each print for $2, and they were professionally framed. Even though I didn't know anything about the artist, I was like, these are too cute. They're matted really well. I'm just going to grab these. I'm going to take the risk, the $4 risk. I don't think it's much of a risk. These are also listed on my shops already. Next was an estate sale that was 80% off. They had hardly anything left. I mean, they had a lot of stuff left, but it was just like garbage type stuff. But I went through the bookcase and I did find these 2 books. I believe both of these books cost me something like 40 cents. It was some odd number, you know, like not a normal number. It was like 40 cents. I did pick up Anatomy of Breathing. There is a little bit of a mark on the breathing, but overall it's in very good condition. It actually is about the anatomy of breathing, like how your body works and all of that. I looked up comps and they sell for $24. So I figured, why not? I will get it if it will sell for $24. That's a great margin. And then I picked up this Life's Little Treasure books on joy, and it was so cute. The little sayings in there. I can actually read you one because in my original video, I did read you one, but you won't ever see that. Okay. So one little tidbit in here is compliment 3 people every day. Always have something beautiful in sight, even if it's just a daisy in a jelly glass. I highly agree with that one. Surprise an old friend with a phone call. So it just has little things like that. Super cute. I got it for pennies, essentially. I do not have that one listed yet. All right, my next item was this dynamic stereo potent percussion. I got this for $1 at an estate sale in Florida. I just really loved the art. I thought it was so cool, and it was definitely thicker than a normal record cover. So I did look this up, and it sells okay. So I picked it up because it was $1, and you can't go wrong with $1, really. All right, the next I picked up this Sounds in Space living stereo. I just thought it was good timing with everything that's been going on. So I did pick this up, again, for $1. I just thought it was really neat. I really like the art. Okay, so the next record I picked up was the Sammy Davis Jr. It's all over but the swingin'. Decor Records, 1958. It is a rare album. There are a few up on eBay and on Etsy, but I was drawn to the cover. So I knew I was picking this up before I even looked it up. I think I didn't look it up until later, actually. I don't think I looked it up until I got home. And then I realized, but maybe I had looked it up in the car. I'm not sure. But for $1, I saw Sammy Davis Jr. I was like, yes, please. And then I was able to come home that day and actually play a portion of the record. Let's see if you can hear it.
Pull myself together. Guess I'll hang my tears out to dry.
So my daughter let me borrow her record player because I don't have one. And I played all 3 records just to make sure that they worked. And I was pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed listening to the records. So there's that. Okay, my next pickup was at a garage sale, and it was these little, same garage sale that I picked up the plates at and the artwork. She had a little bin of just toys, and I picked these little lips up. I don't really know who they are. I'm not familiar. Obviously, they're retro, I'm going to guess from the 80s, 90s, 80s. But they were 50 cents for all of them. And so I'm like, yes, I will pick that up. I will take the risk of 50 cents. And then the last pickup was actually for me, and it is this jewelry box. I picked up this jewelry box. It was for $10. I couldn't not pick it up. I was so excited. It was clean on the inside and had enough space. And if you can see the orange sticker that actually says $10, I'm the worst at taking stickers off and price tags. I don't know what it is, but I'm the worst. So that legit is still there, that price sticker. So, okay, well, that sums up what I picked up in Florida. It was a good time. I learned a lot. I have a lot more to learn about garage selling. I'm not the best at making a route. I love to be efficient, and I felt like I was very much not efficient. So I have to work on that, but I did get some great things, and I'm excited to get them listed, and hopefully you will see them soon in a What Sold video. But thank you so much for joining me, especially if you made it to the end of this video. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon on Wednesday with a cha-ching and a What Sold video. So I guess until then, guys, bye.